Hello guys, hope you're all doing well. I'm coming at you with the next excerpt of my first novel in my series, Black and White Odyssey of Eden. So here we go. He knew he had only moments, and in his condition, 40 feet might as well have been a mile. But it mattered not. His life was this moment, always this moment, over and over. He remembered nothing of this. In the endless terror of the forsaken souls writhing in confusion and insanity, this had never happened. He stood there, her brunette hair burnt from illness and squalor. She saw him. In some way the others did not. She saw him. This was different. This was worth it. She was worth it. He tried to stand, but howled in pain. His screams fell upon deaf ears in the silence of the Taurus's energy. He fell to the ground, which only caused him more pain as the wet dirt seeped into his open wounds. He crawled on his hands and feet towards this woman, silently pleading with her in his mind, begging her to save him from this, begging her to be the chance. If only she were the chance. If only it were anything. His energy depleted, his crawl on all fours devolving into wading on his stomach through the now blood-stained mud, grasping for movement to reach her. His time was growing ever shorter, as the Taurus was beginning to wear out. Finally, after several minutes, he lay before her, prone on the ground, but he knew it would amount to nothing if he did not stand up. Find something within her. He attempted to stand, arms buckling as they pressed upon the ground, every movement endlessly painful. He hollered in agony as he barely managed to prop himself up upon his thigh, slowly bringing himself to her eye level. He gazed into her eyes, peering deep into her soul. As the Taurus shattered and the dust began to once more pour upon the area, she stood there, stunned, as he had appeared in front of her seemingly instantaneously. "How?" she said, half horrified, half relieved. He gazed deeply, lovingly into her eyes and said, "You are the chance." A broken smile slowly managed to crack across the remaining skin of his face. Inspire her, he thought. Give her hope, any glimmer of hope. A candle will be lit within the soul. I wrote this incorrectly. A candle will be lit within her soul. A candle that she needs, and it will shine through her eyes. She showed it to me. Feed the fire. Find more in your last moments. He stared into her eyes for a few more seconds, and she began choking dreadfully on her tears. She stared back into his eyes with the same fire he felt, that she must not give in. No matter what, never give up. She saw all ages he had been fighting, all the failures he had experienced, all the tragedy, the hopelessness, the loneliness, the torture, the pleading. Just then, the pale green, translucent shield that had been protecting them shattered, its pieces dissolving into nothing, the dust having consumed them all before they could touch the ground. This would not be a slow nor painless death for any of them. As the dust ate away at their bodies, a door opened atop the ship. He saw the smoke and flames of the launch of the missile from the corner of his eye. Out in the distance, roughly 10 miles away from the scene, a solitary building stood to the north, undamaged from the carnage that had ensued prior. As the woman faded out of consciousness in front of him, he fell to his knees, knowing he would not get back up again. A blinding flash shone in the corner of his eye as the missile annihilated the building and its inhabitants. 32 more years was his last thought, as his mind was slowly eaten away and his consciousness faded to darkness. That's this chapter. I'll come at you with the next section in the next video. Love y'all. Peace.